Hello, Divine Feminine. Welcome to your Power Message for Thursday. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. So I'm going to bring in 3 decks of cards today before we bring in the daily guidance from the Angels book. We're going to bring in the Twin Flame Journey Oracle by Mystic Moon. We're going to bring in the gorgeous Guardian Angel Inspiration cards by Sandra. And we're going to bring in Sandra's Divine Feminine Truths, Power and Undying Love, because this is undying love. You can't move on from this love, but you can move on from the struggle. And when we move on from the struggle, we feel at peace because we've surrendered and give it to God. And that's showing ourselves and our twin and the Creator that we have faith in love, we believe in love, and we believe in ourselves. And we also trust in the connection we have with Source and the power of the universe to bring in what's meant for us at the right time. So let's see what we need to know today. So cards flying out the deck here. Cards flying out the deck. Sandra Cole is one of my best friends. She's World Illuminator 11 on YouTube. So if you haven't already, make sure you have a check out of her channel. She's amazing. So what do we need to know today, please, angels, for the Divine Feminine? Also got some cards moving on top of the deck here. You may notice this if you buy a deck of cards yourself and put them down on the table and then maybe a card just kind of falls off or it sweeps across by itself. It really is the angels trying to get your attention. These cards sometimes are absolutely on fire. So what do we need to know? Let's have a look. So the first message we've got coming up is what's meant for you will not pass you by. It's so important you understand that on this journey. What's meant for you will not pass you by. So if you're thinking about your twin right now, worried that they've moved on, or you're never going to be together, or you've made a mistake, or, the universe isn't doing what it needs to do, what's meant for you can't pass you by. That means what's meant for you will be for you. So in other words, you can't make a mistake on this journey because mistakes are merely lessons that lead to blessings and love. So what's meant for you will not pass you by. And when we hear that, we feel a sense of relief. It allows us to feel calm no matter what's going on because we can say it's okay. I know the universe has a plan. And you know this in your being. The very essence of who you are. You know this in your bones. You know this in your soul. You know this inside when you are operating in your higher self, not allowing the ego to stress you out or cause problems or put you into fear. I believe it and I find peace in that knowingness. So when you receive that knowingness that what's meant for you will not pass you by, in other words, you can't mess it up, you can't make a mistake, it's going to be okay. It doesn't matter who's around you or them or who's getting involved in things. It's not going to mess anything up. You find peace in that. So find peace today in the knowledge that this is meant for you and it will not pass you by. And this is because maybe you're thinking, I'd give anything right now to spend some time with you in the physical world. So you may be spending a lot of time with your twin on a soul level. Through the 5D realm, maybe you're dreaming about each other, you're feeling them physically, but you're not together physically. And you're saying, I'd give anything to spend some time with you. That's what you really want. How much more time is it going to take? When are we going to be together? When are we going to be able to spend some time? And the angels are working on this. Your devotion has not gone unnoticed by heaven. Maybe yesterday, with it being the summer solstice, you lit a candle for this connection. You lit a candle and you spoke to heaven. There's a cycle coming to an end. And I feel the cycle that's coming to an end is a cycle of fear, yes, but a cycle of separation. And the way that you are being guided to look at your situation right now is to be the observer. To be the observer and to understand that when they seem to be ghosting you or ignoring you, they're not. They're doing shadow work, they're processing, they're working things out. They're understanding themselves. They have to go into their darkness to find the light, which is you. And you're coming to your own conclusions, and so are they. And that's why you're always seeing these signs. So you see signs about them, and they see signs about you. And you see these signs in other people in your daily life. In other words, maybe someone serves you in a coffee shop with a name badge on, and that's your twin's name. Or you see someone and you have to look twice thinking, is it them? Because they resemble your twin in that way. Or maybe you hear an accent and it's your twin's accent, or they say a word that your twin uses, or you see a signpost to union. When me and Sandra and George went to see Depeche Mode at the weekend, there was a huge sign because, it said union. There was this big board that said union. It said DM as well, obviously Depeche Mode, but DM is also divine masculine and union. Me and George noticed it when we were in Twickenham because there was a pub called the George Hotel or the George Bar or whatever it was. It was the George. And right next to it, there was a shop and it was called Harris and something. Harris. And I said to George, well, it's not Harris. And he was like, well, to me, that's a big sign. So the masculine see that. I didn't see that. I saw George. Guess what? He focused on the Harris. Obviously, my surname is Harrison. So the point I'm making is you'll see signs about your twin, but your twin will definitely see signs about you. And the masculines also see you in other people. That means that they may be reminded of you through a film or a show that puts them into the situation that reminds them of you, or they may overhear someone with your accent, or they may smell your perfume, or they are reminded of you too. Remember who you are, Divine Feminine. You are a warrior of love. And the reason why is because you believe in love. You believe in true love, the truest love of all. That's why you're very sensitive and emotional. And that's not a weakness, that's a strength. We are so good together. It shines through and everyone can see it when they look at us. And that's the truth. You're a power couple. You're so good together. And that also causes pain because you think, we're so good together. Why aren't we together? I'd give anything to spend some time with you physically. But when you're together, it shines through. And the thing is, it shines through when you are together spiritually. Okay, if you're operating in peace because you believe and know that separation is illusion, and you know you carry your twin within you and they live in you and you take them with you everywhere you go, everyone will see that. You'll feel the light shines through you, and that's why your light is so powerful. That's why to the masculine, your light is as powerful as the sunlight because it radiates and beams and it creates warmth and joy. Everyone can see it when they look at us. And this is another reason, by the way, why sometimes the masculines do their best to hold back, because they know full well that everyone knows it when you're together. Everyone can see the love and the light and the attraction and the chemistry between you. And the masculines are afraid of that sometimes. They're afraid of what people will think, especially if they're still in the matrix or they're still in a karmic relationship or there's still things they need to release. So they want to wait until they can be with you completely, where they don't care what people think and they allow everyone to see the love. That's another reason why sometimes they hold back from liking your pictures or posts on social media. They want to. They may even go hover by the like, but they struggle. And maybe you've experienced that. I know I have on my journey where I've received a like and then it's disappears. I'm like, what's going on? And it's because they may have been scrolling through and boom, they liked it and they didn't mean to. They wanted to, but they didn't mean to because they think, oh my God, now everybody's going to know how much I care. Everyone's going to know how I feel. And they take it away because they're afraid. That's why. So think about the times when these things have happened in your life, in your journey, in your situation, and observe it in a higher way. Because the truth is that you are so good together. And it shines through because you are a power couple. And everyone can see that not only when they look at you, but when they feel the power of your love. I have come a long way on my journey. So the angel's saying, be proud of who you are. Be proud of how far you've come, the lessons you've learned. You've come a long way. And they give me that song by Take That. I've come a long way. Okay, so, and it's quite funny actually, because the other day I went to the cinema by myself and I watched Greatest Days, the new film, about Take That. And it's a very emotional story. I cried at the end of that one. But, you've come a long way. And the angel's so proud of you. You've come a long way on your journey and you will continue to fight. So in other words, you're not going to give up anytime soon. You may feel that way sometimes, but you're going to fight on because you are a warrior. That's who you are. So you can affirm, I've come a long way on my journey and I will continue to fight on as the warrior that I am. Isn't that powerful? You're a warrior and you know you are. And do you know what's your power, your superpower? Faith. Faith is your backbone on this journey. When you have faith, anything is possible. When you go through doubt, it allows you to question things, to become the observer, so you find that faith. Faith has the power to move mountains. Remember what Jesus said, a small amount of faith, even as small as a mustard seed, can move huge mountains in your life. Huge mountains. When you have faith, anything is possible, because it is. The word impossible means I'm possible. And with God, all things are possible. God sees all, knows all, and is all. And when you believe in that, your faith is your backbone on this journey, which means you don't give up. You carry on. Archangel Michael comes to you in your darkest moments and helps you to get up on your feet. So if you're the one right now going through shadow work, maybe you're the one going through the shadow work right now, the pain, the struggle, wondering what's going on, because you're ending that cycle of fear. Remember that you are the observer. And what does that mean? It means instead of being in your situation, you rise above the situation and you say, okay, isn't that interesting? Why is this making me feel this way? Why is this triggering me? What is this telling me about me? So you observe it from your perspective. And you can heal that. It's also about you realizing that it's about you doing your work. You don't have to worry about them doing their work, or how can I help them? What can I do to make it better? Just do you and shine your light. That's your devotion. Your devotion does the work. Your faith in God and your faith in your love and this journey and your twin and yourself is the devotion that's needed. And when you have that faith, you're able to operate from love in all you do. And operate from love in all you think and say. That means you respond with love instead of reacting with fear. When we react in fear, we get triggered easy, so we lash out. We say things we regret. We act in haste. When we respond, we observe. So instead of rushing to answer, we process first. We process a little bit. And that's what the masculines do. And really we need to take a leap out of their book in that way, because they process. Now they take it to extremes. They process too long. And they're learning how to not do that so much. How to be able to step up and step forward in a quicker timeline. But we really can learn from the masculine, because instead of just jumping in and wanting to fix it straight away and clear the air straight away, when we actually need a little bit of a reset ourselves, or we need a little bit of time to ourselves, then we can process too, to observe it in a higher way. And it's really powerful, because when I do the little daily psychic messages, with the calendar, we got the raccoon. And the raccoon is a symbol of renewal. So there's a renewal coming in today as you learn to operate from love in all you do. So this may be a day where you get tested in that way. So you're able to respond with love instead of reacting with fear. And obviously the things you think have power. Your thoughts become things. You are a creator. So if you think and you observe in a higher way, you're going to think thoughts that are powerful and positive, instead of thinking thoughts that are negative, because your thoughts are creating your future. And the angels are reminding you of your beauty and power. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, a guy or a gal. Do you realise how beautiful and amazing you are? Do you? Do you realise that you are beautiful and amazing? You are powerful and strong. You are a warrior. You've come so far. You are unique and special. There's nobody like you. Doesn't matter what people bullied you about at school or said that you should do differently. You were different for a reason. Different for a reason. I remember at school, I used to have hair that didn't even fit on the school photograph because it was so big. Because I had naturally curly hair and I wanted it permed, and my mum let me, and it was huge. I had big hair, I had goofy teeth. Who cares? Okay, people used to call me Medusa and all kinds of names at school, and I got bullied. I had to do someone's homework. Who cares? I was different. I stood out from the crowd. That's why I was bullied. That's why, because people saw me as different, and we get afraid of things that we see as different. It's human nature to question what we don't understand. And you are a leader of light. I knew back then, even at school, I was different. There was something about me that was different. I knew it then. It may have caused me pain. I may have been afraid of it, but I eventually embraced it. And now I don't care what people think. I love the way I am. I love my teeth. I love my hair. I love all the things about me that used to make me squirm at school. And I know you love the bits about you that are unique for you. And guess what? Your twin loves those things about you. Your twin loves them. It what makes you special and perfect for them and beautiful and strong. So embrace yourself. No matter what you're going through today, no matter where you live, who you are, what you're doing, no matter what you wish you could change about yourself, love yourself for who you are today. And your higher self will thank you, and your life will thank you tomorrow. So do you realise how beautiful and amazing you are? You are. And I see that in you. Amazing, the beauty that flies out of you. So let go of all fears and worries and just be you. Be joyful. And guess what? Be your own best friend. Because when you're your own best friend, you can do anything. You can achieve anything. You can go anywhere, do anything. You don't need to wait for someone else to go abroad with you or go to the cinema with you or do these things with you. Do it with you. Be your own best friend. That's what worked for me before my union. I got to a place of complete power because, and they give me fear, and I know it brings up fear because you think, what about being with my twin? My twin's my best friend, all these things. But I got to a place of power because I allowed myself to embrace who I am. And I allowed myself to be my own best friend and enjoy that and embrace that. And I loved every single day, thinking, okay, what am I going to do with me, myself, and I today? Me, myself, and I. Focus on you. Be your own best friend. Because your reunion is nigh. Your reunion is coming. So the more you love yourself and the more you love doing things with you, the quicker things fall into place. And this card's moving at the bottom of the deck. Look at this. The universe has got you. That's why you may see the numbers 222 or you may see spiders. The universe has got you. And we've got a spider that's made a residence in our kitchen. There's a web underneath the washing machine and there's a little spider there. And I can't bring myself to clear the cobweb away because it's a sign from heaven. The universe has got you when it comes to this matter, and always have faith. And guess what? Faith is your backbone. Faith is your backbone on this journey. When you have faith, anything can happen. So let's bring in the book today. We've been talking about surrender, release, letting go, giving it to God, being at ease with things and shielding yourself. And today we've got appreciate yourself. Wow. Appreciate yourself. Acknowledge how far you've come. I've got angel bumps because that's exactly what this says. Acknowledge how far you've come. So what's meant for you, remember, will not pass you by. Acknowledge how far you've come. Wherever that card is, there you go. I've come a long way. I can't think what the song is now because obviously I'm channeling, and when I'm trying to go between connecting with the angels and to something that's physical and human, it's sometimes hard to go between the two. But they give me that song. If I remember what it is, which I'm sure I will at the end of this video, I'll post it on the community page. You've come a long way. Never forget where you're coming from. That one. Okay? So continue to fight on, appreciate yourself, acknowledge how far you've come and all that you've learned. Think about the lessons you've learned, how strong you are as a warrior. Recognize how much you've given and how much you've received. That's about blessings, how much you've given. And you may feel like you've given too much to your twin on this journey, but it's showing you how much love you have in you and what a powerful cup you have overflowing within you. And most of all, appreciate yourself for being you. Give yourself credit for you. So the angels have been with you a long time. They understand you very well, and they want you to know that they appreciate you. You've developed wonderful listening abilities, and your heart has compassion, and that's compassionately opened up to others. You give with love and you receive with gratitude. Well done. So this is showing you how far you've come. So the lesson you've been learning is to give with love and receive with gratitude. That means to say thank you, to not feel you have to do anything else, but say thank you. Today, the angels will guide you to appreciate yourself. Even above all that you've accomplished and learned, give yourself praise for being who you are, because you shine God's light so radiantly as a divine feminine, and you're a joy to be around. You're a joy for all to behold. That's why people are attracted to you. That's why strangers randomly come up to you in the street and tell you the problems. Because of your light and love. Because of the joy that you behold. That's why you are your own best friend, because you have fun. When you allow yourself to be playful and connect with your inner child, you have fun. And life becomes a joy. So take time today to honor you and spend time with you in your own illuminating company. And that's what I'm feeling today, me, myself, and I. That's what the angels want you to focus on. And it doesn't matter if you have kids or responsibilities, enjoy being with you. Look at yourself in the mirror when you pass one, blow yourself a kiss. Say thank you. Think about Bob Proctor in The Secret when he kisses himself. He kisses his hands and he says, I love myself. And when you start loving yourself, miracles are going to come into your life, and they will. Because when you really love yourself, magic happens because you're thanking God for being you. And think about babies. Babies love themselves. They put the feet in the mouth and they love who they are because they haven't yet been conditioned in society to think about their flaws or to think about what's wrong. Think about Adam and Eve in the garden before the apple. They were quite happy being vulnerable and naked. It was only when the apple came in, problems occurred. So don't let anything outside of you affect you. Love yourself today, and your body, your life, and your future self will thank you tomorrow for being you. And when you love yourself, you shine, and that's radiant. That opens all the doors and it brings in magic. And the more you love you, the more you're loving your twin, because you are one. So if you want your twin to love you more, start by loving yourself more, because you teach others how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. So today, make it about me, myself, and I. Have a great day. I'm sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.